So what did you say? Top. So you're going number
Five,
five,
four,
4, 3,
three,
2, honorable mention,
and
then number one. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, take us away.
Cool. So my number 5 is Killy the Resourceful. He seems kind of goated.
Oh yeah. Okay. Storied. As long as you have an enduring story, you may pay 0 rather than pay the equip cost of your first equip ability. You activate each turn. And then whenever a dwarf or equipment you control enters, you draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Yeah, that is really good. I did consider this guy as well. He is very good.
Yeah, I mean it's like a little. It is generic. I can definitely say that. But there's not that many mono white equip commanders that are actually like there's Cloud, right?
Yes.
But from Final Fantasy, but 1, he is crazy expensive.
Yeah.
And 2, like he doubles your equipment triggers, but that means you have to run like a specific equipment package. Killy is just super it's just okay. He gives you mana and card advantage in the command zone. Costs 2. As you've said before, like he's a 2-mana legend, so basically, and he works with equipment. So basically, you play him, you've got story.
Yeah, storied is free. You don't even include that part. You may as well scratch out storied and scratch out as long as you have enduring story. It should just say you may pay 0, because like it's so dumb in an equipment's deck. Like yes, obviously, even if you like turn 1 land. Soul Ring, and then you use your Soul Ring to play out like a fucking kite sail or like some really cheap shitty equipment that you're gonna put on him straight away, because you can do it as you play him, right? Because it's just once each turn. So you can play him on turn 2 and immediately equip the artifact that you played on turn 1, and you're probably playing another cheap equipment on turn 2 next to him. Because you'd have 2 lands plus your Soul Ring, right? So you got 2 mana left open. You could easily play a super cheap, shitty sword or something. And,
which then draws your card.
And it draws you a card. So by turn 2, you've equipped him twice and got card advantage. So you probably, like worst case scenario, you have like a 3/4 with flying already on turn 2.
Well, that's with Soul Ring.
Yeah. Okay, so not worst case scenario, but like that's very possible, right? And that's like Lightning Greaves, Swiftfoot Boots, like there are so many equipments that immediately give him haste and other evasion mechanics that you can just ramp out with this guy so quickly. I think it's really cool. Yeah, and I think it's interesting that he's not Boros, because I feel like all equipment commanders are usually Boros, so this is like a interesting. It kind of makes him a little harder to build, but I think that's good. I think it makes it more interesting.
Yeah, I agree. Like that was also part of why I chose him. I mean, earlier, another Boros equipment commander appears.
Yes. What? There is that other one further down that when he enters, you can equip any number. I think it's a
Thorin. He's mono red though. Yeah.
Oh, is he mono red?
Which is also kind of interesting.
Yeah. What's weird to me is I really thought that they were gonna give they were going to bring back the partner mechanic like for the dwarves. What set? Well, they've done it with the Universes Beyond stuff, like for The Last of Us or whatever, where it's like partner with so and so. I thought they were going to have like maybe Feely be red and Keely be white, and then it's like Feely partners with Keely, like the brothers. And like Oin and Gloin would partner, and then they could have Buffa Buffa Bomba partner. First 3 commander package.
Triple partners.
Yeah. Okay, what's your number 4?
At number 4, I have the Great Goblin.
Yes, the Great Goblin.
The art is peak.
Yeah. He's so ugly.
What a goofy guy. And I mean, it's like one of the first. I don't know. There's the auntie the Rakdos auntie, and she's okay. I don't think she's actually that good, to be honest.
No.
And then there's the one from Lorwyn.
Yes.
Is it Grub? I don't know. And she's kind of interesting as well, but just like a bit awkward. I think the Great Goblin is just like by far the best Rakdos Goblin commander there is.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and I just think that's really cool. And he's got a lot of lines because you can go army.
Yeah.
Like, army's pretty good. Every time you put a counter on your army, he deals 2.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
And
in that, you can also like go multiple paths, right? You can go tall and make your army super big and then deal a lot of damage in the process. Or you can like just make a 1/1 army repeatedly and then sack it for value, which then triggers a second ability.
Yeah, I think this card is really cool. What I really like, my favorite thing about this card is that it encompasses goblins, orcs, and armies. Because in Lord of the Rings, you make a lot of orc armies, and in The Hobbit, there's cards that make goblin armies. And I love that finally they have a commander that encompasses all of those things, so that thematically you can make a goblin orc army deck, right? Like so many, like, so, you know, I made a black red Ugluk deck, which was supposed to be like an orc goblin crossover deck for Lord of the Rings, and it was ass. He was a shit commander, and in no way did it tie those two creature types together. Whereas like thematically in Middle Earth, orcs and goblins, especially during the Third Age, they are very, very like intertwined, right? They both fight for the same side. So it's so cool to finally have a commander that thematically ties all of Sauron's forces together under one commander, instead of having just a goblin commander or another, you know, just orc commander. Because this card not only lends itself to, like, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of really cool goblins that come out of the Hobbit set, but it also means that now you can dig up, you know, you can refresh all of your orc cards from Lord of the Rings, and actually
have value.
Like, that's what I'm keen about. I'm keen to get this card and finally actually build a goblin orc deck that's not bad. To me, that's like actually exciting. Yeah, imagine I can have a Middle Earth enemy deck that actually works. What? That'd be so cool. So yeah, very good pick. So far, I haven't picked either of yours. I just both of them were like cool. on my short list, but I cut them for other cards. Yeah. So yeah,
I do think you can like really power this guy up. And because he just says counters, right? And I think he would be a really good commander for that kind of like persist goblin combo, you know, strategy, which is usually like kind of Gev is like, you know, the lizard guy.
Yeah, the lizard.
He's kind of like the go-to commander for that, because he's your like persist -1 counter offset in the command zone.
Yeah.
And the Great Goblin is not that. But it is your win con, because once you start looping, he then deals the damage and you win. But he can also help you find
every time
by drawing. So I do think you could build a pretty powerful kind of persist combo deck with him.
Yeah, he's got great value. Very, very cool commander. It's nice that, as you're saying, like, even if you don't want to build it as like a thematic tribal deck, it's still good regardless.
Yeah, definitely. Then now we're getting into some more goofy territory. My number 3 is the uncommon Bilbo Luckwearer.
Okay, he's blue, right?
Yeah.
Bilbo Luckwearer. Oh, okay, yeah. This guy's on my list as well.
Okay, nice. I think this is just really funny because we haven't really seen like a swapping commander.
Yeah.
In the like a swapping card in the command zone before, and So I think you can do some really fun stuff. So one, he can set up ninjutsu, which is really nice. That's always like just quite good.
Oh yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, it's kind of like I was actually doing some proper cooking. So you play a really shit creature, right? There's not that many in colorless or blue, but there's a couple really rude ones.
Brother, have you heard of hominids? They are all so bad.
Oh really?
Yeah. They're like 4 mana 0/4s that have like vanishing and shit like that. They're old blue cards that are really, really bad. Or they have like cumulative upkeep and shit like that. They don't do bad stuff to you. They're just shit creatures to have, you know? Anyway, continue.
But I mean, so there are a couple, especially in colorless, there's like Steel Golem, 3 mana, 3/4. You can't play creatures.
Yeah.
And then, so you play that guy. Then you play Bilbo's Adventure.
Yep.
And you give that to someone else, which is always fun. Like, this is the John Arenicus brain coming in, you know?
Yes.
And then you play Bilbo. Then you swing in. You bounce him back to your hand with a ninjutsu creature. You get ninjutsu value. And then you can plot, or you not plot, that's
you
what
burglars plot.
Burglars plot. Then you can adventure again.
Yes. That is so good. That is so good. I didn't even think of the ninjutsu play. I was just thinking of stuff like unsummon to put him back in your hand. But ninjutsu is so much better because then you get ninjutsu value as well. That is crazy good. Wow.
Not to mention, a lot of ninjutsu cards are like, they have good, you know, they often say if this entered the battlefield this turn, do something or whatever. Yes. Or they just have like a good ETB.
Yeah.
But the stats are usually not great. So then you can give one of those to your opponent.
Yes.
With Burglar's Plot afterwards. So you can get like triple value out of your ninjutsu.
Yeah, because it only had ETB value and then it goes away. Yeah, that is super cool. I also really love the idea of, I mean, we can get to it when I do it, but I really love the idea of also swapping like shitty artifacts or like enchantments and stuff as well for really good stuff. Like, I like the idea of having utility. Like, you want to have some artifacts in your deck in case you want to swap artifacts with someone else. You know what I mean? Like, someone might have an artifact that's really good, or like for me, enchantments make more sense where, like, especially in white, there are a lot of enchantments that can win you the game, right? Like, for sure. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but there are really good enchantments that you can see someone else play. They've like now kind of telegraphed their game plan and how they're gonna win, and then you're like, actually no, you can have this saga that's about to go away, and I'll have your game-winning
just like smothering tithe or something.
Any of those. Oh no, guys, I didn't put Rhystic Study in my deck, but I'll take your Rhystic Study.
I'll take yours. I think that's valid. Punish dirty Rhystic Study.
literally. So yeah, I mean, the creature side of it is obviously really cool. Oh, you know what would actually be so funny is is playing all those shitty blue creatures that have like island and swamp walk and shit like that. You know when they did like the color bending stuff?
Future side.
Yeah, and you only swap the creatures like with people where the walks like don't matter at all, and they just have a creature that can't attack. That would be funny.
Or no. You just don't do island walk, right? So you give them creatures that say have swamp walk, so that they're incentivized to attack your opponents.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Because there's blue creatures that they had color shifted to have like swamp walk or forest walk or whatever, and you play those, and then because then it's like their creatures are basically goaded, you know, which is so cool. So that would be funny. Yeah, there's a lot of cool ways to build this guy. I think this commander is really cool. I think you definitely have to run some cost reduction stuff, because paying 5 for the swap every time will get really expensive, especially if you're trying to do it multiple times in a turn. So
I don't think you're ever going to do it more than once in turn.
No, but I'm saying if you cost reducted it, you could, right? Like, let's say you're paying 3 for this. You can play it in your main phase, ninjutsu him, and then do it again in your second main phase.
Well, then, I mean,
then you're
in
doing...
total, you'd have to do it, right? Because you'd have to...
Yeah, I feel like that's not... Like, 8 mana isn't that undoable, or that, you know, by the end of the game, I feel like you could be pulling that off.
It's still tough, though, because you also have to, like... Well, it wouldn't work with ninjutsu unless you have a haste enabler on the board.
Yeah, true.
But so then it's like, okay, 3 for Burglar's Plot, 2 for Bilbo, 1 for Unsummon, 3 for Burglar's Plot again.
Yeah,
it's
does
possible.
Get costly. Yeah, but I mean, there are a lot of spells that reduce the cost of instants and sorceries, right? Like,
for sure.
So you could theoretically just play a bunch of those as well to get it as cheap as possible.
Yeah, definitely. Well, like the mythic Bilbo, right?
Yes, immediately. He goes in this deck immediately, which is really cool. Yeah. This Bilbo in itself is pretty good. I just think it's kind of generic. Like, to me, this isn't that interesting as a commander. The legend, one. The mythic one. He's just not, like, it's a good ability. Both abilities are really good. It's just not that interesting.
I also thought about it, but I didn't, like, I'd much rather play the uncommon one as commander. Yes, this and the Knight's really good in the 99 in almost any sort of spellslinger deck. He's really, really good. But just as you say, quite boring.
And you know what else you immediately put in Bilbo Luckwearer? Lucky Clover. Get double Burglar's Plot triggers every time. That is bonkers. Yeah. Also,
there's something else, by the way. You don't have to be the target. You don't have to.
Yes, it's any two
opponents.
Yes, I love that, because it becomes like a politicking thing, right? You're like, okay, well, you know, player A, you're gonna get killed by player B's big flyer. But what if I give you player B's big flyer? Then he can't attack you with it, and you've got a blocker. You know, you can do politicking stuff like that, which I think would be really, really cool. You
could also just be really annoying and swap people's lands.
Yeah.
Take away the 5 mana base.
Bruh. Or like, someone's playing 3 colors and they've only got 1 forest, like, for their band deck. And you're like, no, you don't get a forest anymore.
Have an island, blood.
Well, actually, it is target non-land permanent. So big rippers,
it is
but
okay. That's probably best.
Yeah, otherwise you could do shenanigans. Okay, well, what's your number 2?
Number 2, I've got the 3 goats. Not unlucky.
Yeah,
Bert and William.
Yes. These guys, I
just think it's really cool. Like, we've kind of seen this archetype a little bit with Yargle and Meltani. Yeah. But that's been, you sack the commander with other cards. Like, you play those cards that say draw cards, you know, sack a creature, draw cards equal to its power, all that stuff, like Shadowheart and whatnot. Yeah. And that's cool. But I don't think we've seen something like this where, well, maybe, but I don't know. I just think it's very unique that you get to run these, like, you know, these big chonkers with really, you know, like from Ether Drift, the 3 mana 7/2 with no stats, or the Ooze, the 5, what is it, 5 mana 9/4? Didn't you just buy that card?
Yeah.
For
Jor-El. Yeah, all of those go straight in. Even the Yargle, right?
Yeah, you could probably... Well, Yargle and Meltani definitely goes in. I don't know about Yargle. But I mean, still, like 6 mana to draw 9 and then discard 1, which you were going to discard to hand size anyway.
Yeah, that's
like
bonkers.
It's really good value. I'm not sure how you necessarily win. You'd have to figure that one out. And then the second part of the text, I think is just really nice. Like, I think people will be very disincentivized to kill your commander because they just come back as an artifact, which is even better. I'd prefer to, if it was just an artifact the whole time, that would just be better. Yeah. So the fact that it comes back, you don't have to worry about the first command tax pay. Yeah. And like in the face of a board wipe, you know, it doesn't matter at all. Yeah. You can be the first to, in fact, you could maybe build it to run like quite a few board wipes so that you don't have to worry about it because exactly. Because the first board wipe, he comes back. The second board wipe, it doesn't affect him because he's an artifact.
And any creatures that you do have, you sacrifice in response. You know, as long as you've got 1 mana open, doesn't matter. I think they're a really cool commander. I think also what's interesting about the naming is you still can't have 2 of them because the name doesn't change. So you'll still have a legendary Tom, Bert, and William on the battlefield when they're an artifact, which is interesting. Also, very interesting that they chose that wording where they treat the creatures in the card as like a group. So like saying they're an artifact, because usually they say it's an artifact, like referencing the card. But here they're referencing the creatures, as in the 3 of them become an artifact, which is interesting. Like they usually don't do that in Magic.
I think they've started doing it a bit more with with the Universes Beyond, with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and stuff. Just looking at the common Gandalf, it says Gandalf's owner shuffles him into their library.
Yeah, I think Magic can start becoming more colloquial these days, you know? I feel like they don't have to stress as much about the very nitty-gritty wording. I think to me it this reads in a more human way, and I think that's kind of what they're going for, right? They're trying to make the game more approachable. It's the same with how they got rid of when this creature enters the battlefield. They just say when this creature enters because people know what that means, you know? Just reducing the mental fatigue of what do these words actually mean. Exactly. Interesting. I think this card is really good. You know what cards go really, really well in this deck is stuff like Wall of Blood, like free pump cards. Because you just make it as big as you want and then draw that many cards. Like you can draw you would kill yourself.
Not your entire deck.
You could draw your entire deck with Wall of Blood, right? And then that would be your last turn. Like if you wanted to go out on a last ditch effort, you could put yourself all the way down to 1 or 0 life, draw your whole deck. Well, no, wait, can you put yourself on 0 life? I don't think so. When is life totals checked again?
No.
You have to be on 1.
You can't pay life if it would kill you. Yeah.
Right.
So you could go down.
So you can go down to 1, draw your entire deck, and just see.
I mean that sounds kind of strong actually. That's like ad nauseum basically.
Literally. Literally just saying that right now, I'm wondering if this is going to become. I feel like the creature is too high costed to become CEDH.
Yeah. And the fact that the ability costs mana as well, because Adnors costs 5 and it's at instant speed.
Yeah. Because you'd have to play these guys out. It's close, I think, because if like with Wall of Blood, and there's other creatures that also do that, where it's like pay 1 life, +1/+1. There must be.
It's pretty. Actually.
It's very powerful. It'll be interesting to see what bracket this commander gets up to. I think you'll see some bracket 4 decks using this commander, and maybe even specifically using it as an artifact, like an artifact focused deck. where you don't even care about it being a creature, you can sacrifice it to itself, right? Like, same turn.
No, it's
another creature. Okay, yeah, never mind. It would be cool if you could sacrifice it to itself. Play it, immediately pay 1, get rid of it, make it an artifact, go from there.
Yeah, that'd be kind of nuts though. 6 mana, like your commander just
6 mana draw 5.
6 mana draw 5, just one.
Yeah,
if you wanted to be, it doesn't even have to. Like, you've got the choice.
Yeah, that's also crazy. Yeah.
Tom, Bert, and William.
Okay, what's your honorable mention?
My honorable mention is obviously the GOAT, Bomber, Gentle Dreamer.
Yes, where is he?
This guy's just completely broken. What is that stat line? 3 mana 5/3. It's way
3 mana
overstated.
5/3. He's a
You
story.
can bring him out, turn 2, start swinging, and then he doesn't untap because
He
you
doesn't
don't have an enduring
untap
story.
unless you story. Yo, blood is so peaceful. He's just hanging out.
very,
Also, is that
gently
like a
dreaming.
little frog
Bomber.
next to him on the tree? What is that sitting next to him? Is that his hat?
It's a squirrel.
Oh, it's a squirrel.
It's 2 squirrels and a bird, I think. Yeah.
Big
Cute.
napper.
Bomber,
That'd be
gentle
Bomber.
dreamer. Yeah, the goat.
Yeah, no, it's not Bomber. My honorable mention is Bayorn, the fierce, the big one.
Yep.
Bear
Bear
man.
deck.
Barely.
Yep.
Yeah. Only like Killy for me is like a little bit generic, but I don't know. I also I put him on the actual list because I feel like Bears is also low-key kind of generic at this point.
Yeah.
Like there are actually a surprising number of bear commanders. I think most of them are multicolored, not mono green.
Yeah, I think the monocolor does really hamper him.
Well, yeah, the thing is, it's like it's actually the bear deck. You're running like the 2 mana 2/2s, the literal bears.
Yes.
Which is maybe fine because he does say draw 2 cards and he turns other creatures into bears and he gives them trample as well. So he is just really good. But yeah, it's not. It wouldn't be my first choice. If I got him, I would probably try build it. Like if I just build it in a pack.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't. I'm not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't really understand how you make this deck good, right? Because you want creatures that are big to then put trample counters on them. So you're just playing Gulta and you're playing Gigantosaurus and stuff like that. You're putting trample counters on them and then they become bears. And yeah, it's like, it's cool.
Which is kind of boring. I don't know.
Yes, like I like that he is a self-contained package. I think he's a well-designed card in himself. Like someone clearly decided, okay, we want a bear tribal deck. This will be funny, and then they built a really good bear tribal commander. But it's just not interesting. Like nothing about this is interesting, especially for Bayorn. Like he's a shapeshifter. I feel like they could have played more into the shapeshifter aspect, right?
Yeah.
Like to me, this is just kind of boring. Like and even his human side that has the adventure. You may play an additional land this turn. Like what does that have to do with Bayorn? You know, like I feel like he's just a bit boring.
To be fair, that's common. You can't expect too much.
No, I know, but like, it's just, I feel like that mechanic, like that adventure doesn't do anything, right? Like, what if his adventure instead was 2 mana, make a 2/2 bear? Like immediately, that is like more flavorful. And it's the exact stats of the original grizzly bear, right? So it's like you get like the magic history of it, and you get the kind of foreshadowing of, oh, Bayorn becomes a bear.
And I mean, it's really good. Like there's a pretty high chance you play him on that turn. You
already have bears. You've already got 3 bears when you play him.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So it does seem good. But yeah, they do this every now and then, like where they put a sort of, what do they call it? Like a spotlight mechanic. where it's
Yes.
not part of the main set, but like one mythic will have it. And I think they could have done that with Bayon. It's made him double-sided.
Yeah.
It just makes sense.
I think so. And yeah, I think they could have done, I don't know, they could have done cool stuff where, yeah, like I think they could have done interesting like foreboding stuff where Bayon as a human has like some sort of ability that then has a huge payoff on the bear side, you know? So like, I don't know if you heard this part, but like I was saying, like his ability, his adventure here could be like, it could be like the Goldilocks one. So this could have been expensive. This could have been like pay 5, make 3 2/2 bears, right? And then instead of this text here, he has like whatever, pay 3, transform Bayon. And then he flips onto his bear side, and then that makes him pop off, right?
And then he has this type of text or something.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like that they could have done something like that, which could have been cool. Yeah. Alrighty.
Yeah.
Top
My
pick.
number 1 is the absolute GOAT, Balin Lawmaster.
Balin.
This card seems really interesting.
Is he 2-color?
No, he's mono red.
Mono red. What?
Right,
I don't even
right
remember
at the
seeing
top.
this. Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, this guy's on my... I don't know why the name slipped my mind, but yeah, this guy's on my list as well. He is so good.
The pipe puffer himself. Yeah.
He is looking longingly out, like blood is deep in
Over the
thoughts.
Misty Mountain. Yeah, so again, it's like storied, whatever. It's pretty much, it's like very trivial. You know, as we've said, you'll probably get it by the time you play him.
Yeah.
Especially in mono red, it's like whatever. You'll have a treasure and fire diamond or soul ring or whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I was kind of thinking about it, and I think he could be a really interesting storm deck. Like, I'm a bit tired of playing storm decks myself. And I know, like, I don't know, I find it quite mentally taxing, and I feel like it's sometimes really shit to watch as well. Like when the flubs play, it takes like a 20-minute turn.
Oh,
it's cool the first time.
Yeah, and
but
then
then
it's
after
just
that,
frustrating. Yeah.
Put it away.
Put the solitaire away. Let's call it a day.
Yeah. Like so one game of Storm and Night is fine maybe.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I'm like a little bit over Storm decks, but I think this one's really funny because it's Dwarf Storm. Like,
yes.
It doesn't get more interesting than that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there are, you have like Bergie, who makes red whenever you cast a spell. And I saw this earlier today. There's apparently one in the new Marvel set, of course, I didn't know. But Vision and Wanda make red whenever you cast a spell.
Okay.
And so that makes your dwarves effectively cost 1 less.
Yeah.
And I think there's like between 10 and 15 1-cost dwarves. And if you go up to 2 mana, there's like 40.
Yo.
So if every single one of those is either costs you 1 mana or is like
no mana.
or is free,
Yeah.
you just churn through your deck. You're always going to find it, like, so you try to keep as many cards in hand as possible, which is a bit tough in mono red, but let's say you have 5 cards. Every dwarf you play is drawing you a new 5 cards, which should, like, 40, if you're running 40 dwarves,
that'll
that
give
should
you at
draw
least
another
one more dwarf. Yeah.
Yeah. And you just keep looping, and each time you do that, you deal 5 to each opponent.
Yep.
It seems really, really quite fun. He's the card advantage and the payoff for your Dwarf Storm deck.
Yeah.
You don't have to run Great Spot or anything.
Yep.
All you do is try and find some way of producing mana when you cast your guys, and then just hope for the best.
Yeah, I think he's awesome.
I don't know. It just seems really fun and quite like you can't. I feel like you can't really be mad at mono red
losing to dwarves. You're losing to a pack of dwarves. Yeah. Yeah.
And then, like, it's the Magda thing where they're all so bad. It's like, oh, 1 mana, 1/1, no. But then every time you play it, you draw 5
5
cards.
damage,
Like,
5 damage, 5 damage. Yeah. Yeah, I think the damage is also like nothing to be sneezed at. I think what I really like about this guy is thematically it makes sense in the story. Like Balin is the level-headed dwarf holding the party together the whole time, and this kind of relays that, where it's like wherever him or another dwarf enters, like i.e. stays in the party, you get value, right? You get cards, you get to explore forward in a sense, and like in your deck, you know, if that was your journey to the Misty Mountain. And I think that's really cool. Like I like that he is very thematic as a leader, and obviously, as you said, just a really, really interesting mechanic. It's Storm, but it's debuffed just enough that it's not cringe. You can't be sad if you lose to this deck. Like if you get like just blasted by whatever 20 different amounts of X damage because someone keeps playing dwarves, like you can't be mad at that. And then even if that X damage doesn't win you the game, now you have a battlefield of like 12 dwarves, which surely will do something for you, you know, like you must be able to get in a bit of damage there. So yeah, I think it's big value. Also very cool, like wheel mechanic, right? Like we haven't seen, we don't see wheels very often, especially on commanders. The
fact that he does it himself is pretty good.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Yeah.
And I mean, you can also like put in, you know, Psychosis Crawler, and like they've been making quite a couple of discard payoffs these days. So you can put those guys
extra
in as
ping
well.
from that discard. Yeah.
And that just doubles up on your, you know, if you have Psychosis Crawler and I don't know, there's the pirate from Ether Drift, the common pirate. But let's say you have those two plus Balin. Now, each time you play a dwarf, that's 3 times X damage. That's like 15.
Which is just nutty. 5. Yeah. And the other
thing... Basically, they 3.
Yeah. The other thing that I really like about this commander, because I don't like there's a lot of ways that this commander could have become unbalanced very quickly and just become like really, really gross to play against. I really like that this guy is mono red, because red struggles so much with card draw that it's quite difficult to get to like a high X count, right? Because if this was like Izzet, let's say, it would just be fucking stupid, because X would be 20, right? The blue would just mean that someone would incidentally end up with a massive hand size and then start triggering Balin, so that they're like, you know, they're dealing 20 every time or whatever, which is just so dumb. So I'm glad they didn't do that. I'm glad they didn't break him in that way. And they kept it like more manageable.
Agreed. Yeah,
I think this guy is super cool. I love most tribal decks, and I think this is the most interesting tribal mechanic I've ever seen. Yeah, I think it's super cool.
Yeah. Also, fun side note, you can put the 7 dwarves in here, which is low-key kind of good, because he can help you find them really consistently.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, like, even if you brick on your storming off, suddenly maybe you have like 5 of them and they're all 7/7s.
Yeah.
Like, that's good. That's good stats to have.
Big value.
You know, on like turn 6 or something.
But,
5 7/7s.
Okay, but the real question is, do you run Bomber Gentle Dreamer in the Balin deck?
Do it.
Yeah.
My God.
Alright, well, Balin was my number 2 pick, and Bilbo was my number 3 pick. So I'll skip over those. My number 5 is the mono red Gandalf, Goblin's Bane.
Okay. I thought you might put him, so I didn't for that
Oh,
reason.
nice. First of all, mono red Gandalf is so fucking awesome. Like, we've seen white Gandalf, we've seen blue Gandalf. It's so cool that they printed him in red, like when he's, you know, in his wrath mode. Yeah, and I think this guy also just like very cool, like red shock deck. I think it's just really cool. It's not, I don't think it's like incredibly groundbreaking, but I think his adventure ability is really cool. And yeah, then once you've cast him, I like that that his ability, they remain exiled and you can play them if you control a wizard. I think that's cool because it incentivizes you to actually play your commander, like play down Gandalf, and not just, you know, kind of be pinging like or doing shock damage with shock and other stuff, like just playing a sorcery and an instant and sorcery deck. You know, it's a bit more interesting than normal burn. I don't know if there's any other red wizards that are good. I don't think...
There's so many.
Are there? Okay, I don't know them off the top of my head.
You do. You just...
Oh, yeah, Young Pyromancer. Yeah, Young Pyromancer is broken. Yeah.
All of those guys. So, yeah, I think the wizard part is actually quite trivial.
Yes. You just throw... I mean, that's your creature package. You throw all of those, which are stock standard in. Yeah, again, like, it's not groundbreaking, right? Like, this is not, like, a brand new way of seeing burn decks. But I think the fact that it's Gandalf doing it is really cool. Like, I think this is a flavor win. Yeah. And I think it's cool that he gets bigger as well, because it does give you, there is like a creature component of this. Like the may play them if you control a wizard, and then the fact that he gets +1/+1. Well, it's until end of turn, but I do like that there is like a, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's pointing you only in the direction of burn. It's a bit more interesting than that. So yeah, I think this guy's cool. I don't know exactly how I would build it, but I'm interested to see what decks come of it, because I think this is a really like cool commander.
Yeah, I think it's good in the 99 as well, but still interesting as a commander. I like the fact that you exile the top cards face down.
Yes.
That we really don't see that very often. And
yeah, it is cool.
If you leave mana open, like you're playing a burn deck, so you know you leave two mana open. Someone who's got a big artifact creature doesn't want to attack you now because
they don't know what you got. Yeah, 100%.
Who knows?
Yeah,
like it's that thing of, oh, watch out, it's my exiled cards. It's like when you have something plotted, everyone's like scared. It's the same as it being in your hand ultimately.
Yeah,
but everyone's just like, oh shit.
Yeah, and you've just got more real estate as well, which is cool.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know how many times you're going to be replaying Flame Shape. Like, I don't know how many. Probably
only once.
Yeah, like, you know, or I mean, Gandalf might die quite quickly, and then you could replay it. But I don't think there's a way you're like looping Flame Shape. But even just having 2 cards face down, as you said, just for the mystery and for the value of the what if is high enough that is still worth it, which I think is cool.
I mean, I'd say the first, because remember the way command text works is, if Gandalf dies, he goes to the command zone, and then the command text applies to whichever one you play first. So if you play Flame Shape first, it will cost 4, and then he'll again cost 3 from exile, because he's now in exile with the adventure.
Interesting.
So you don't have to pay it twice.
Yeah, but I thought it was only the creature that accrued command tax. I didn't realize that an adventure could accrue command tax.
Yeah, it's the whole card. Yeah. So I do think like paying 4 for Flame Shape is still fine, because
I was gonna say it's not worth it.
No, I would say it's okay. Like, you're mono red, so card advantage is always tough.
Yeah.
Especially in a burn deck, right? Like that's, I think, also what sets this guy apart a bit. These other ones like Imodane, the Pyro Hammer,
Yeah.
0 card advantage.
Yeah.
Like Gandalf, he's a bit less explosive, but it's nice to be able to draw 2.
Yeah, there's a lot of
And-
value there.
Yeah, and just being able to trigger your guys from the command zone. Like you might be hellbent, and with a bunch of, all the pingers are on your board, but
Yeah.
at least you can still trigger them by casting the adventure. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that is cool.
Seems cool.
Yeah. So yeah, that guy's my number 5. My number 4 is Ivor. Where's it gone? Bifur, the Melodic Rider. He is one of the Boros dwarf commanders. He's literally just a dwarf tribal commander. And I think that's cool. I'd like that they at least had 1 or 2 good commanders that you can unite all the dwarves from the set under, not to mention all the other really good dwarves throughout Magic's history. And yeah, I think the enduring story, as we've said before, why even put that text on the card? Obviously, when you're playing this guy for 6
mana,
you definitely have an enduring story. And I think dwarf abilities triggering twice is insanely good. As we've seen with Balin, there are abilities that you would happily have trigger twice, because it's not an activated ability, it's not a trigger, it's any ability of a dwarf, which is crazy. So yeah, Balin, super good in this deck. Well, I mean, he's good anyway, but Balin's ability now becomes twice as good, literally. And there's a few others just from this set alone that are great. I mean, Gloin the Mighty, at the beginning of your first main phase, add 2 red. Now you're adding 4 red mana. Like, that's really good. So yeah, I think just purely for the value, I think he's really cool. I kind of don't get the flavor. Like, I don't know why Bifur is the one uniting them. But it's cool. I think it's a really cool commander.
Maybe, I think like he's telling the stories of them, so that's why he's triggering their effects again, because it's like, remember what we did. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes
Maybe.
sense. That makes sense. Yeah. And then obviously,
simple.
if you wanted to, you could be boring and you could build this as an equipment deck, and you could run all of the insanely good. What's that other red dwarf that cares a lot about equipment? Not from the Hobbit.
Magda.
I think it is Magda. Let me just look up the
Magda
card.
doesn't care about equipment specifically. She's just
Is it just artifacts?
and dragons.
Whenever. Okay, no, it's not this. No, this is the dragon commander. Well, partly. No, there's a red dwarf that I'm thinking of, but it isn't coming to mind. But yeah, there's more than enough good dwarves.
Bruno Battlehammer.
Let me look him up. Bruno Battlehammer. I don't even know if this is gonna come up because I don't know how to spell it. Yes, this guy. Yeah. This is the guy I was thinking of. Let me open the actual card. So you basically can take any existing, like, not any, but like this deck, right? So let's say you've got this equipment deck that's headed up by Bruno or Battlehammer. You can immediately put Bifur in that deck, or make Bifur the commander, and then look for Bruno and your other dwarves that care about equipments and artifacts, and just double everything they do. So yeah.
There's definitely some good ones. I would say like you're still a bit limited in the dwarves. Like, there's honestly not that many good dwarves in Magic. I think this set specifically has helped quite a bit with that. But prior to this, it was like basically just the 2 Magdas.
Yeah, I think
actually good.
I think that's fine though. I think that's fine that there's not, because I think that almost that balances the ability, right? Like, can you imagine if they printed this on like an elf, for example? Like if this was instead, you know, like that's just stupid, you know, like, or. Yeah, I mean, elves is probably the worst one, but I mean, we were just talking about wizards. Goblins, wizards. Bro, wizards would be so stupid. Like, yeah, so I feel like dwarf is a good middle ground where there's enough good creatures that you're getting value from the double triggers, but it's not breaking the game, you know? Yeah, so that was my number 4.
Roaming throne in the command zone is just good. And if it's good more, like that's very strong.
Dwarven throne. Roaming dwarf.
He is roaming on his pony.
True, actually. Yeah, and then my number 3 was Bilbo Luckwearer for all the reasons we've already spoken about. Very, very good. My number 2 was Balin Lawmaster for all the reasons we've already spoken about. Very good. My honorary mention is Gandalf Wandering Wizard.
Bruh, I knew it.
He's bad, but he's so flavorful. Like, this is the biggest flavor win in the whole set. You can make him, you can pay 6 and make him fuck off into your deck and never see him again. Which is exactly what happens in the book and in the movies. He just leaves for so long and doesn't come back. And I think that's so funny that you just shuffle him away and he's just gone.
It's that, you know that meme of the guy like at the car window and he just goes like does a peace sign and just disappears.
And the fact that it costs 6, like, it's so expensive
really
to get
bad.
rid of your commander. Like, it's so funny to think that this guy is your commander, and then you pay 6 to make him go away just to draw 3 cards. Like, brother, have we heard of Treasure Cruise? Like, we don't need to be doing this. We don't need Gandalf to do this.
Zone. Treasure Cruise is only 1 card in your deck. This guy's there all the time until he's not. Until he disappears.
Oh, it's just so... I don't know what they were thinking with Gandalf. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Well,
I
it is
think
common, to be fair. It's for draft, right? Like, all the common guys are...
Yeah.
Like, there's the common Gollum as well. Like, he's pretty ass.
Yeah. But I
draft,
I don't know. I just think he's such a flavor win. And to think...
It is really funny.
I think that, like, what makes it more funny is they could have made this good. Right? They could have... If they reduced the cost of Gandalf a little bit... I mean, 5 mana, 4/5 with Ward 3 is that's a good creature, right? That's a good body. But to make this like a competitive deck, I think you'd need to reduce his power and toughness, reduce his ward, reduce his mana cost, right? Make him a 3 mana 2/3 with Ward 2 or Ward 1 even, just so you can get him out quickly. And then his ability, they could have made his ability like something really broken, right? Like, I was thinking about this, like what would I want to pay 6 to do that still does the Gandalf shuffle thing? Because I think the Gandalf shuffles him into their library I think that's the funniest part. So I was like, you know what would be really cool is it could cost more than 6, but pay 6, you shuffle him into your library, then you draw cards from the top of your library until you draw Gandalf. I was thinking, like, how cool would that be, right? So, because it's still luck of the draw, you'd have to shuffle properly.
The top card.
Yeah, you'd have to shuffle properly, and you'd have to cut your deck properly and stuff like that. But imagine the draw engine of, you know, you're hoping that he's like bottom quarter of your deck at least.
Yeah.
Especially in
really
blue.
funny.
And you just draw your entire deck until you draw him again. Because then that also kind of plays into the, hey, look, there's Gandalf. He's back. I wonder what he was doing. Oh, he was collecting all of this lore, and he was doing all of this shit, like, behind the scenes, you know?
Dad lore extraordinaire.
Yeah, literally. So, yeah, so I thought that would be, like, a cool way to make this ability good. But as it stands, the ability is kind of bad.
Actually. Yeah.
Yo, that's the thing. For 6 mana, I thought that was pretty balanced, right? Like, I thought that would actually be kind of cool. Because it is still luck of the draw. You could pay 6 and draw 3 or less.
Yeah.
But, like, most likely you're drawing quite a lot.
True. I'd say on average, you're probably drawing like 30 cards. And
yeah,
I guess if you set up with it, like if you put like a Psychosis Crawler or something, then it would be good because then you actually have to pay off.
Yeah.
But the actual draw chances are quite low that you have, Thought Vessel.
Yeah.
But I think you would have to make it a tap ability. It would be too strong if you could just play him and activate it somehow immediately. Yeah. And people don't have any chance to react. I think it would have to be a tap ability. But apart from that,
pay 6, tap him, shuffle him. Yeah. Anyway,
interesting.
I think the flavor is here. I think the mechanics are not here. I think that's we were so
gonna
close.
Try and play him in draft though.
Yes, I want to do the ability in draft just for the memes.
Yeah.
Alrighty, my number 1 pick, the biggest and baddest of them all. It's Smaug, Wicked Worm. 5 mana, 5/5 with flying. When Smaug enters, create X tapped treasure tokens, where X is the number of artifacts your opponents control, and then whenever you cast a spell, if mana from a treasure was spent to cast it, you may draw a card and lose 1 life. As always, I think the theming here and the lore of the card is important, especially for these universes beyond set. And I think this hits the nail on the head. I think this is so cool. Smaug literally shows up, essentially steals your shit by making treasure out of your guy's treasure, and then you use that treasure to obviously cast other big bad spells, like the other Smaug in this set who cares about how many treasures you have. I love that those 2 cards synergize so well. And then the card draw in red and black is really good as well. I think this guy is super, super cool. It's an interesting take on a dragon commander where most dragon commanders are really, really good. They're just inherently good because they're good cards. But this feels like fantastically the most dragon commander because he cares about treasure so much, and you can put stuff in here like ancient copper dragon and whatever that make more treasures for you and all of that shit.
Probably should.
Goldspan is obviously broken in this. Goldspan dragon. So I think this guy he's doing exactly what Smaug should do. He's big and bad and scary but not toxic. You're not gonna groan if you see someone playing Smaug, but you know that they're gonna do some shit. Especially this version, because I feel like then they're playing the other Smaug in the deck, and you might get hit for as many treasure tokens as they have, kind of thing. I also like that they balanced it where he creates tapped treasure tokens. It's like those small things where just through R&D and stuff, they balance the card really well. I'm probably going to build a Smaug deck.
Completely broken.
Yeah, if they came in. But that's
Dark
also...
Side Extortionist in the command zone.
Right? But it's also I've almost come to expect that from Wizards, especially when it comes to the main characters from a Universes Beyond set. How many times have we just seen stupidly overpowered legendaries that were just done because it's like the main character of the movie or of the franchise or whatever. I mean, look at the One Ring even from Lord of the Rings, which is like, so broken because it had to be because of the lore. Oh well, the One Ring is so powerful, we have to make the most busted artifact of all time. And then it just becomes not fun. It's not fun to play against that card because even though it has this like symbolism of being a big bad ring or like a super powerful ring, in real life, we are still real people trying to enjoy the game, and that makes the game unenjoyable. And I think they did a really good job with Smaug, making him balanced in a way that this will still be an enjoyable deck to play and play against, which I think is cool.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I mean, 7 mana, 5/5 flying common. Not too bad. No. I think. I don't know. I considered him for my list as well.
Wait, no, you're looking at the wrong one.
No, I was joking. I know they're next to each other. So.
Oh.
Hey, that guy's good. 5 mana, deal 5 to a creature. OP. You can spend treasures to do that.
True. Yeah.
Crazy. But yeah, I didn't end up putting him on my list because I do feel like treasures, like black-red treasures, is like quite a, it's an archetype we've seen before.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But
especially with vampires and stuff, it's been. Or no, not. I'm thinking of blood tokens. That was done a lot with vampires. But yeah, we've seen blood tokens. No man, treasure tokens so often.
Rakdos treasures. Yeah. But I didn't actually think about it like. Now that you've mentioned it, I think it's really interesting having this kind of mini game that your opponents play, because they see it and they're like, okay, well, the more artifacts I have, the more treasures. The bigger Smaug is gonna be, or bigger threat he becomes, the more it becomes. So as much as like I'll just kill it. No, because he's just made 8 treasures. Yeah. So he can just replay it, which is basically free because he's going to get 8 more treasures next turn. So you did nothing. I mean, like you skipped their turn.
Yeah. But he pays for himself, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So I really like the kind of mini game of, we like you see it with Ristic Study and whatnot. Oh, do you have to pay? With Smaug, it's like, do I really need this artifact? Or like, if I play the spell, it's going to trigger my guy to make a clue. But I actually don't want to make a clue right now because I see my opponent's about to play Smaug. So let me hold on to that. So I think that's really interesting. Yeah. And you can do some interesting politicking as well with the other table or the other people at the table to try and figure out how many treasures they're going to make. But what's nice, unlike with Dockside, is that this is telegraphed. Like Dockside, you always had to think about it because, oh shit, if they have Dockside right now, we're completely cooked.
Yeah, you just lose.
So you had to play around it anyway. Yeah. Smaug, at least it's always there. You're like, okay, like I know how much mana he's got next turn. Yeah.
I do really like that.
You can, after you've made the treasures, there's a lot of directions you can go. You can do like the kind of Mayhem Devil sacrifice stuff. You can just go big. You can just slam big dragons.
That's how I would build this. I would just build this as a red-black giant dragons deck and just play a whole bunch of big nasty dragons. Yeah. And I guess some treasures matter stuff. I wonder how many cards there are in these colors that give your opponents artifacts. Like make your opponents treasures and stuff. Because I know there are some where it's like, like each opponent makes a treasure and you make 2 treasures kind of thing. Like there are cards that do that kind of stuff. Because you're probably running those as well. To give your opponents, or give them clues, or give them whatever. Give them any artifact, give them food. It doesn't matter. Actually, the harder it is to crack, the better. Like treasures probably aren't that good because they could crack them in response, so that they're not there.
True, but what's nice is then, okay, so let's say, I don't know, I love my goat marching duo drone, 2-mana 2/2. I think when it attacks, each player makes a treasure, or it's when it dies, whatever.
Oh, okay.
It makes everyone a treasure at some point.
Yeah.
But so you do that, and then you play Smaug in your turn. So either they sack the treasures in your turn, which means they get minimal.
Yeah, they get no value.
In which case, your marching duo drone just gave you a treasure, and it didn't give anyone else a treasure, right?
Yeah.
Or they don't, and then you get 3 tapped treasures, but they get 1 untapped treasure. But you also got 1 untapped treasure.
Yeah.
So there are cards like that I think, and again, it's like that kind of mini game of,
how many? And that's actually, I think this is the most interesting way to play into, like, this is the most interesting early game you can have for Smaug, is playing a lot of little creatures and little enchantments and stuff that give your opponents artifacts. And I was thinking, you actually want to give them stuff that's hard to get rid of. You want to give them food or clues that they have to pay mana to crack, because you don't want them to get rid of them. You want them to just sit there and do nothing. So yeah, they must be, maybe not in these colors. I feel like food is mainly green. But I feel like clues, you could probably find clue stuff in these colors, right? And give your opponents clues. Might work.
I mean, black red is not really the gifting colors.
Yeah, but I mean, what I mean is there's often cards where your opponents are given stuff as a downside in these colors. You know, where it's like, well, maybe not in these colors, but you know, often, or like in white, like white card draw is often where you get to draw cards, but you also have to choose an opponent who also gets to draw cards, right? And I feel like there's cards like that where, you know, either everyone gets to make a treasure, or everyone gets to make a clue, or whatever, or, you know, blow up someone's stuff, they get to make a clue token or something like that, you know, like, those kind of things.
Yeah, I think there are a couple that you could run. I also think what's cool about it is it's entirely in your opponent's hands, right? They might not be playing, like, if they're all green decks, they might not have many artifacts, firstly. And secondly, so what's kind of cool is you don't know how many treasures you're going to get going into that match. Like, you might get really lucky and go into a clue deck, and then you get stacked, and that's just how it goes. But the variance is going to be different every single game, which is fun as well. I think that's always good.
I just searched the Oracle text, opponent creates and I'm seeing, here we go. Okay, so here's a red guy, generous plunderer. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may create a treasure token. When you do, target opponent creates a tapped treasure token. So stuff like that is super good. Let's see what else.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only one I can think of that does that. I think it's probably the best as well, because it makes it tapped on your upkeep.
Yeah.
So your opponents don't get a chance to crack it. Cards like generous plunderer. Let's see if there's others. But marching duo drone definitely goes in the deck, W.
For sure. Yeah, there's a lot of the other cards, like a lot of them are in white, where your opponent creates essentially a copy of what you were going to create or whatever.
Yeah. There's Relic Robber, this is a classic from Standard. 3-mana 2/2 with haste. When it deals damage to a player, that player creates a 0/1 colorless goblin construct artifact creature token.
Yep.
That's really good, actually, for the deck.
Yeah.
It's quite fun.
Yeah, that is really good. Put Relic Robber in there right away.
100%, marching duo drone definitely makes the cut. My goat.
Yeah, you can probably give people a whole bunch of really shitty artifacts they don't want. stuff that's like this. That was fun to go through. We should do this for the other sets, like for Reality Fracture and stuff as well, when those come out. That would be dope.
Yeah, I'm super keen for that.
Vibey. Yo, that was long as well. Yappa,
Really?
yappa, yappa, yappa.